You bitches don't even know who the Illinois Attorney General is. Next time you have a family party, I want you to do me a favor, okay? There's a video on YouTube, and the title reads something like The Difference Between Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I think he did a pretty good job. The problem that I have with me explaining the difference between Malcolm X and King is I wasn't there during their time, unfortunately. So I can't say with 100% certainty what Malcolm X and Dr. King's situation and frame of mind were to get them both started of who they became. But there is some strong evidence that Dr. King came from a wealthy family, as the video explains. And there's evidence to support that Malcolm X grew up poor and came from shit, which I, like many others, can relate to. So you have Dr. King, who's peaceful, he's gentle, Jesus Christ like. It's a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, in this life, that's not me. My mind and my heart says that's how you should be. The Christian card in me tells me that's how I should be. I just haven't reached that point yet. Maybe next life or a few lifetimes down the road. But let me ask you something. When I'm on a bus and I see someone tell some lady she has to move in the back of the bus because of the color of her skin, what do you want me to do? Doesn't matter what color. You guys keep saying black. I'm saying I'm sitting on this bus hypothetically with King, and I see some lady who's in the front of the bus, and some other guy comes and tells that lady, you got to move in the back of the bus because of your skin color. What do you want me to do? I like how some people say that I'm violent. Okay, maybe. But why am I violent? I'm going to go and I'm going to take my thumbs and push his eye in. Both of them, depending on my mood. The eye is like the heart. The heart has a pressure, the eye has a pressure. I'm going to stop that pressure just for a couple seconds because that's warranted, that's needed. I'm sorry, I'm not wired like King. I'm sorry, I'm not wired like Jesus Christ. I should be, but that's just not how I am right now. And I don't think I'm alone. If that was your mom on the bus and she was told to move because of the color of her skin, wouldn't you want me protecting your mom? I think it's black and white. Some people don't see that though. I don't know why. Again, I have a handful of people over here who are watching saying, Eric, you're violent. And we don't even know how you know how to take your thumbs and put them in someone's eye. But for someone to do that, there's something mentally wrong with you. That's who the people I deal with who are over here. I got a hell of a more people over here who are laughing their fucking asses off saying, yeah, I would want you to protect my mom. Good job, Eric. Just weird how I have both of these people and we don't see eye to eye. You want me to do it your way? You want me to do it King's way? Excuse me, sir. Can you please leave that lady alone? What do you think he's going to do next? more than likely he's going to say, fuck me, and then he's going to attack me. So I got to get him first. I'm not talking. I already know the dominoes that are going to fall if I don't intervene first. I'm not fighting him. I'm not punching him in his stomach. I'm not wrestling. I'm going straight for the eyes. As that will get him to stop. I'm not going to blind him. I'm not going to murder him. I'm not a murderer. I just need you to stop. I need to get your attention. I need you to forget your name just for a couple seconds because what you're doing is wrong. You leave that lady alone. But I got some corporate people, I got some family, I got some friends in government, I got the ones who are lawyers and they act like they're better than me. They certainly fucking act that. I know they think that. That remains to be unseen. I don't know anymore. But the reality of it is, you want to play that corporate card? You want to play your government card, you're a better person than me card? Okay, I'll play along with you. Malcolm X and Dr. King both got assassinated. So it didn't really work out for both of them being good or bad, did it? Now, when I say that to my corporate friends and my government friends and the people who are better than me who have normal 9 to 5 jobs, they don't have anything to say about that. I have these people telling me, who would I want to be? Who would I compare myself to? They already know. My friends know. Why do you even ask? We could talk about it though. In 2024, and find somebody. Don't just talk about it. Be about it. Show me some evidence because I'm about to show you. In 2024, more than likely 99.9% of the time, I'm the new version of Malcolm X without the following. I'm Malcolm X Jr. over here, and I'll prove that. Malcolm X had a following. I'm not looking for a following. I don't need a following to take on the man and the system. You ask any government agency or any government agent who ever investigated me, the real ones, by the way, they'll all tell you I spent countless months with Chicago Blaxican. He works alone. He doesn't want a partner. He doesn't have a partner in crime. One of the reasons for that is for what? More people who know about my stuff, the more it's likely to have a chance of getting out. More people, more problems. I don't need a following. I don't need people to follow me when I take on the system. I could do it all by myself. You have Malcolm X, and this is probably the best speech that he has ever given in his whole entire life. This is the best speech on YouTube that no one will ever come close to. This is an extremely very important speech and a lecture that should be in every high school and in every college. This speech is actually probably the speech, in my opinion, if I had to guess, that got Malcolm X assassinated. See, the reality of it is I don't even really know anything about Malcolm X except for this speech. I don't know about his religion. I don't know his favorite color. I just like Malcolm X because of this speech. It was the difference between the field Negro and the house Negro. Oh, look at some people. I got these people over here. They can't stand me. They can't stand when I talk about that. They hate me even more. Chicago Blaxican is not going there again. Why not? What's the problem? Then I got some people over here. Once again, as usual, more, by the way. Not that I need them. Laughing their fucking asses off, saying he's at it again. Telling the truth. What's the problem? It's Malcolm X. I didn't create this. He created it. Why are you mad at me? You're the one who gave Malcolm X a college and named the college Malcolm X. You're the one who shedded light. I know you're regretting that now, by the way. Your people are the ones who invented Malcolm X and saying we're keeping Malcolm X's legacy alive. So I'm following the legacy that you're keeping alive. Malcolm X pissed off the man real fucking bad. I pissed off the man real fucking bad. Malcolm X exposed to the American people the man scam. I exposed to the American people the man scam. Malcolm X has pissed off the most serious people in the United States of America. Me, I'm not going that far. I've already learned this in high school. I know who I could piss off and I know who I can't. But when it comes to the state government, I pissed off the highest people in the state government that I possibly can. Malcolm X got the attention of all kinds of law enforcement and some serious people in office that they call politicians and officials. I got and still have the attention of law enforcement and state officials and so-called public politicians in public office. Well, Malcolm X Jr. over here, without the following, of course. See, Dr. King created the civil rights movement so things could be equal. God bless him. He did that. Now people could drink out of the same water fountain without having to be harassed or fucked with. God bless him. That was fucked up. That someone couldn't drink out the same water fountain as someone else. That was bad. I'm gonna get off that subject because I'm about to get real upset. That is just bad. Dr. King lived through that. He fought through that. He changed that. Now everyone can drink out the same fountain. God bless him. Better person than me. It's fucking inhumane, but it's fucking weird times. Very weird. Malcolm X had more fun, though. King pissed off the man, but he didn't really have fun doing it. Malcolm X pissed off the man, and he had fun. You can see the look in his eyes. He had fun the same way I do. The same way I did. Think about it for a few minutes. Malcolm X. The man hated him because of his communication skills. The man didn't say this out loud. Of course not. Not everyone is as blunt, as honest as me and Malcolm X. But I guarantee you, on my soul, on my grandmother's soul who bought me my first Nintendo, some of those men that Malcolm X pissed off, they said to themselves, we have no idea how this Negro is so educated and know how to use his choice of words better than we can. That's what they said. That's what they were thinking. Speak on it. They're gone now. But that's what they were thinking. How does this Negro, and Negro wasn't the word that they used, by the way. I'm just being nice. How did this Negro know how to communicate better than us? Fuck that. We don't like this shit. We got to get rid of him. It's the same thing over here with Malcolm X Jr. The man didn't like, and still don't like, that I could communicate better than him and anyone that he knows. Oh, yeah. All my corporate friends. You saw my clemency request. You saw the evidence. Anyone who has access to my desktop and the higher up to be. Which obviously I'm not trolling you. That's where me and Malcolm X are different. We troll the wrong people. But you saw what's on my desktop. You saw my clemency. They just simply didn't like how I could communicate better than any of them. That's just a fact of life. They went through great lengths. So someone like me can't pick 12. Malcolm X Jr. over here, they went through great lengths with Malcolm X. So he couldn't pick half the country. So they just assassinated him. Me. Well, they had other plans. They just lied to grand jury and judges and made my bond $1 million. Come on now, let's speak on it. Oh, look at all these eyebrows light the fuck up. Look at all these eyebrows raise. We got all these people over here saying, fuck this motherfucker. We hate this spick rapper with the nigger name. He's not telling the truth, oh. But we have a handful of people over there, even more, who saw the evidence and know I'm telling the truth. You want to open up that door? You don't think that I'm a spick rapper with the nigger name? You think I'm lying? You don't think that I got mistreated because of the name Chicago Blaxican? You want to open up that door? You don't want to go ahead and admit that? Come on, I can hear people all the way from over here. Malcolm X Jr. has good radar. Well, let's just open up one of the doors. Why'd they make my bond $1 million for a lower class felony and a threat? No one gets $1 million for a lower class felony and a threat. They made my bond $1 million because they didn't want me picking 12. They didn't want these communication skills to start communicating. They didn't want me picking 12 and talking to 12 jurors of my peers. Because they knew in their heads, these people are going to find out that this guy is Malcolm X Jr. These jurors are going to find out that Malcolm X Jr. over here is Chicago Blaxican, who owns Operation Chicago. These jurors are going to find out that this guy is going to start communicating about the man and our lawyers and the corrupt politicians in Illinois, who the jurors already more than likely 9 out of 10 hate. They're going to find him not guilty, and then he's going to file a federal lawsuit for winning his case. We can't have this. Malcolm X Jr. over here. What were they so worried about? It's just little old me. I'm just a spick rapper with a nigger name. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to call Mr. Murphy. We're going to go ahead. We're going to call this lawyer who's Jewish. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to say, hey, this Chicago Blaxican is the real motherfucking deal. This Chicago Blaxican is real intelligent. This Chicago Blaxican is smarter than all of us when it comes to communication skills. This Chicago Blaxican here is trying to infiltrate our system and our money and our scheme and our scam and our plots. You cannot have this guy bond out. You cannot have this guy picking 12. You cannot have this guy fighting his case on the outside. You cannot let him have a fair trial. You have to put him in the new form of slavery, let him stress out, keep him in there for a few months, and after he stresses out, he'll plead guilty, and then we'll be done with this, hopefully. Uh, okay, well, I kiss your ass because I'm lower on the totem pole and I'm insecure. Yeah, we'll make his bond $1 million. It's not going to make sense though, because it's just a lower class felony. But yeah, we'll make his bond $1 million. Malcolm X Jr. over here, they assassinated him. They'll just incarcerate me. And the only reason why they don't assassinate me is because they're not set up for that. The people that Malcolm X upset, they were clearly very well set up for that. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I upset a lot of people? Oh, fucking shit. Oh, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm so sorry. My bond was $1 million because Chicago has a history of making people's bonds $1 million, right? Especially for a lower class felony. Had nothing to do with the phone calls that were made, right? Well, by the way, you really don't think anyone recorded that phone conversation to that Jewish lawyer, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Maybe I'm not that dumb of a spick rapper with a nigger name like you may think I am. There's some things I didn't tell you about myself, but let's come back to that later. From a legal point of view, when someone reports to prison, let's come back to that later. You got some white guy, and I don't like to describe people by their race. You got some white guy who goes to Lori Lightfoot's home physically, not once, but twice, and he has a gun, and that gun goes off right down the street from Lori Lightfoot's home in the alley by the gas station, from what media reports read. His bond was $5,000, if I'm not mistaken. Now, why was his bond $5,000 when you actually went to the puppet politician's home, who's not even the mayor, by the way? You actually brought a gun to her home, and that gun actually went off, and you got a bond for $5,000. How was that person's bond $5,000 when you actually went to the home with the gun and that gun went off? Because he didn't piss off the real people like Malcolm X Jr. over here did. Because his communication skills aren't like Malcolm X or Malcolm X Jr. over here. Because Lori Lightfoot is nothing. They don't care about her, dead or alive. The masterminds, they'll find a new house Negro next year. They don't care about her. See, me, while you people were going ahead and fucking with Lightfoot and fucking with Johnson, I was trolling the most powerful state politicians in the state of Illinois. And they don't like that. They don't like that I know that. They don't like that I know their names. They don't like that I know who they are and where they are. They don't like that I know that they're the ones really running the show. They don't like that about Malcolm X Jr. over here. Oh, yeah, it's real. Look at all the people over here laughing their fucking asses off. Look at all those few people over there. Fuck this guy. No, 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 no. Remember, I forgot to tell you something about myself, but let's come back to that later. It's legal. Promise you, it's legal. I'm pretty sure you already figured it out by now. It's legal. Don't tell me that there's someone else here in the United States of America who's compares to Malcolm X more than me. All you gotta do is go to operationchicago.com. All you gotta do is click on the Big Brother link. I provided all the answers to help out poor people and to help out cops. I'm Malcolm X Jr., bitch. I'm a field Negro. I'm far back in the cotton field that you can fucking go. I'm all the way back there. You want to talk about that? A house Negro psychology is extremely simple. Typically, for most state government employees, their psychology is very simple. Not all of them. A house Negro psychology, he's beyond insecure. He's not sure of himself. He's not sure of herself. He or she doesn't know who they are as a person. So they need approval. They seek approval. They need approval from everywhere and anywhere that they can get it from. Hey, I'm a sergeant. Hey, I'm a lieutenant. Hey, I'm the inspector general. I'm the attorney general. I'm the lieutenant governor. I'm the governor. I'm the secretary of state. We got these big names. I'm an investigator. I'm from internal affairs. We got these big names for positions. And every single person always talks about what they do for their living, who they are, who they work for. Me, Malcolm X Jr. over here don't need that title. Malcolm X Jr. over here don't need that approval. You know all those people who are laughing right now and who are on my side pushing the like link saying I'm cool, I'm going against a man? You can give this to your mother too. I don't need their approval. I don't need a following. Why would I care who pushes a like link? Why would I care if they laugh? I'm trying to fix Chicago. I'm saving lives. I'm trying to save lives. I'm trying to let people live a full life here in Chicago so they don't have to die because they're poor. I don't care if you like me. That's your problem, House Negro. You need approval from everybody. You think the state government is your own private, personal business. And it's not. You don't have a private personal business. And the reason why you don't have a private personal business is because you're not a businessman. You're a house Negro. You're insecure. You have insecurity issues. You call this person at that state government agency. You call this person at that state government agency. You both collide and you both say, I'll do this for you. You scratch my balls, I'll scratch your balls. Oh, thank you. I got approval from him. He wasn't supposed to give you that favor. These state government agencies are supposed to be different. They're supposed to be separate entities. See, this is why the man hates me. Look at those people over there. Look at those Irish lawyers over there. Look at those house Negroes over there. Look at those peons over there. We hate this motherfucking spick rapper with a nigger fucking name. We hate Chicago Blaxican. He's touching on our system. I know I am. That's why I'm Malcolm X Jr. I got you all figured out, son. Not that it matters at this point. It, it's already over. Don't worry about it. But you got these law enforcement fantasies. You got these fantasies. For a long time, I took advantage of those law enforcement fantasies. I knew you were insecure. I knew you were easy to get where I need you to get. I know you needed approval. I took advantage of your insecurities needing approval. Ass. Again, I'm pretty sure we figured it out. I know you hate me. I know. Let's just be honest here, though. Let's just not lie. You don't like the way I look, do you? You're not the first person. Let's go back from day one, son. Some will say, is he really the Malcolm X version in 2024? I'll say I pissed off the state government like he has. Why do you think I'm in this position? Forget the $1 million bond on the alleged threat case. Let's take it back to 2006. Malcolm X Jr. over here is kicking ass in the civil matter. He's winning in the civil matter. He's not using lawyers. Well, he is, but those are the lawyers who were recorded. Those lawyers were recorded because people wanted to see who was working for Madigan and who wasn't, who was breaking the law and who wasn't. Why do you think I went through all those lawyers, stupid? Oh, I just couldn't find a lawyer? I didn't need a lawyer. Again, that's already over with, so you might as well let all the cats out the bag. That prosecutor who's like 50 fucking years old, who's a corrupt, racist ass motherfucker, he just couldn't stand the fact that I'm winning in a civil matter. He just couldn't stand the fact that Malcolm X Jr. over here has a $500,000 house. He hated my fucking skin so fucking much. He said, I'm actually going to this house because I want to see how this spick rapper with the nigger name lives. There's no way he could have a $500,000 home. I'm like 50 something years old and I'll never have a $500,000 home paid off with an in-ground pool. How the fuck did this spick rapper with the nigger name have a $500,000 house with an in-ground pool paid off for? Well, I'm fucking very talented. I got these communication skills. I got these engineering skills. I got these psychological profiling skills. I got psychology skills. I got piano skills. I got rapping skills. I have some skills. Jesus Christ looking at me now, besides Jody Weiss and Patrick Fitzgerald, you ain't finding no motherfucker better than me here in Chicago and the state government better than me, you dong ding ding dong. Don't count my money. Anywho, they said, fuck that, we can't have him go to trial. Well, but I am. Malcolm X Jr. wants to go to trial. I got contracts up the fucking ass. No. He's right. He's going to win. We're going to go to these people. We're going to tell him to change his mind. Now we're going to charge him with perjury and obstruction of justice. That spick rapper with a nigger name, he knows how to get contracts signed and notarized. How does he know about notary? That spick rapper with the nigger name knows about notary. Turn it into perjury charges and obstruction of justice charges because we don't want the jury to see that. And then tell his lawyer that we're sleeping with and that he's secretly working for us. If he uses those contracts or even says the name contract again that clears his name, we are going to charge him again. We can't have those judges see that contract. Why do they do that? Because I'm Malcolm X Jr. over here. I was a young, educated man that knew what contracts and notaries were, and they didn't like that. You bitches don't even know who the Illinois Attorney General is. Most of you don't. You know who the mayor is, and he's not even in charge. You don't know the heavy hitters. You don't know the smart people. You don't know what, you don't know about that. But Malcolm X Jr. over here does. You know, lawyers run the United States of America for a certain part. I mean, me personally, it's CIA and the NSA and Department of Defense and Pentagon. And if it wasn't for those four, none of us would fucking be here. But those are the people who really keep us safe and keep us running. But besides those four best agencies, lawyers are the ones who run the show. What's a politician? A politician's a lawyer. A politician was a lawyer at the very least. Squatters' rights? Lawyers. That's why the state government hates me more. You guys keep talking about squatters' rights. This is why I'm Malcolm X Jr., bitches. You keep saying squatters' rights, squatters' rights. Malcolm X Jr. actually went to the Richard Daley Center courthouse. Malcolm X Jr. actually found out that the state government gets approximately $3,000 for each motherfucking squatter that's a criminal. Malcolm X already found out. Why? Malcolm X went to court and watched these lawyers trade cases back and forth for 6 months. Malcolm X already found out the public aids office and how much money that they're getting. Malcolm X found that little secret building behind Ohio Street. It's a big, tall, white building. Forgot the name, but it ain't hard to find out. That's a multi-million-dollar industry. If I recall, the state government receives $1 billion from squatters. Who gets that money? Lawyers. You didn't know, son? Is Malcolm X Jr. pissing you off even more? For those people over there? Are the people over there still like, oh shit, goddamn? Remember? Don't forget that. Who do you think gets that billions of dollars for the squatters? Lawyers. Lawyers. It's to keep lawyers employed. It's to give lawyers jobs. No one don't give a fuck about no squatter. Oh, squatters' rights, that's just another scam. They don't care about no squatter. They love squatters. It's $3,000, son. See, but they don't like that. This is what could get Malcolm X Jr. assassinated. Is if everyone goes to that building by Ohio Street, if everyone goes to the Richard Daley Center Courthouse, if everyone goes to the lawmakers and their office and says, hey, you know that Chicago Blaxican guy that you call a spick rapper with a nigger name and you certainly mistreat him? He brought up something. Is this true? We want to change this law. Go ahead, Mr. Man. Come on, lawyer. Is it true? Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm wrong. Is the state government and lawyers getting over $1 billion every year for each squatter? You got the media, who does not even talk about this. Malcolm X Jr. does. Can you find me one news station that says the state government here in Chicago gets $1 billion from squatters every 12 months? If that number is correct. So that's why they hate Malcolm X Jr. That's just another reason. Okay. Luckily for you, I don't like you either. I mean, do you think I would hang out with you? Do you think I'm a bootlicker? Do you think I admire your soul? Do you think I think you have integrity? You're that guy on the bus telling that lady to move in the back of the bus. And you're doing it in a secret way. See, but all kidding aside, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very honest. Malcolm had fun and I had fun too. Because even though these lawyers who are extremely powerful and they take advantage of me because I'm a spick rapper with a nigger name and I'm not academically smart, you could say what you want about them. Again, besides the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Illinois Attorney General's office are the most powerfulest lawyers in the state. And I got to play with them. I got to talk to them. I got to bother them. I got their attention. I got to troll them. I got reactions out of them. I got emotions out of them. That's a good accomplishment. That means I'm smart. You're still bugging Brandon Johnson. He's a house Negro too. He's not even in charge. He's a robot. He reads from a script. He can't do shit for you. He's giving people from another fucking third world country millions of dollars, and he ain't giving your black ass shit. But see, you keep trolling Brandon Johnson. He ain't nothing. He'll be gone when he loses his next re-election, the same way Lightfoot's gone, and they'll find a new house Negro. Me. I found the real people in charge. I found the smart lawyers in charge. I found them. You didn't, though. But Malcolm X Jr. did. That shit makes me happy, too. Mm, love Red Bull. If I could give you guys some advice before you go to court and you pick 12. Oh, wait, you're not trial lawyers. You're take advantage of spick rappers with nigger names who aren't academically smart lawyers. You're motion lawyers. You're let's make some phone call lawyers. Never mind. You're not a trial lawyer. We don't have to go to trial, Blaxican. We'll just win before we get to trial. Yeah, but that's eating you up. You probably don't even know that. But it's eating you up. You go ahead and you say the House Negro speech. If we can get a hold of Malcolm X. Who would Malcolm X be calling a House Negro in 2024? Think he'd be calling Kamala Harris a House Negro? Think he'd be calling Obama a House Negro? Think he'd be calling Brandon Johnson a House Negro? Think he'd be calling Lori Lightfoot a House Negro? Mm-hmm. Think he would. See, problem that you guys have is you say to yourself, and I'll prove it. Ask yourself. You say to yourself, well, Kamala Harris, the vice president's coming to Chicago. How many times have you told your family and your friends, oh, Kamala Harris is coming to Chicago, the vice president. I'm going to go see the vice president. How many times have you said that? You said that a lot to your friends and family, right? Sounded so fucking cool when you said, I'm going to go to a function where the vice president is coming to. But she's just a house Negro. She's just there because she's half black. She's nobody. She's just a puppet. But it's that name that they gave her. It's that position. That's how they tricked her. That's how they tricked you. Those insecurities. You think I've taken advantage of your law enforcement fantasies and your needing approval ass? They have taken more advantage of your insecurities and needing approval ass than I ever had. They give you these big names, but you're not in charge, House Negro. You're Auntie Tom. You might as well put a picture of her on the fucking syrup box, on the syrup itself. That's a house Negro. That's Auntie Tom. You're there because of the color of your skin. You don't believe me? Oh, I'm pissing those people off over there. Well, it ain't nothing new, son. Isn't that what we're here for? Maybe you pissed me off when you said I'm a spick rapper with the nigger name. Maybe you pissed me off when you mistreated me. Oh, we never called you a spick rapper with the nigger name. No, but that's because you have no balls. You just treated me that way. Let's stick on it. Kamala Harris is a house Negro. She got her job because of color of her skin. Once upon a time, many years ago, you got the house Negro arguing supposedly with Biden, saying, I hate you, your policies suck, you're the. She's a nobody. Now later on, we need a house Negro. Hey, let's trick the rest of the black people. Well, go do your research. Go on YouTube, type in Kamala Harris versus Biden. Watch her. Watch her then. Now watch her now. That's what Malcolm X was talking about. The difference between the field Negro and the house Negro. I'm a field Negro. See, you And people like you will live a life full of lies. When my time is up from natural causes, and yours, by the way, from natural causes, at the very end of our lives, if there are aliens, if there are someone watching, God, if there is a judgment day, which I'm positive about the judgment day, I ain't no angel. And I done some shit in my younger days. High school, really. God will bring that up to me. But what he will also bring up, Operation Chicago, all the blueprints I gave to Operation Chicago. I lived a life fighting the man, fighting the system. I lived a life to keep things equal for everybody, no matter what your stupid fucking skin color is. I lived a life to try to fight for every single person to have just human rights and to live a life full as can be. What life have you lived? A bootlicking life? A lying life? A making excuses everywhere you turn around life? A kiss ass life? Oh, I'm gonna be this. I'm gonna meet this person. Be your own man. Are you black? Do you even know how to play basketball? Were you one of those black people in high school who just was quiet? You gotta understand, your qualifications may be something, but you're not the only one qualified. You got your job because you are black. It's called affirmative action at the very least. It's called we need a black man by the podium to read this script. That's bullshit. And we need the black man by the podium to read this script to in hopes to trick millions of other black people. You know you didn't write that script. You and I both know you had nothing to do with that script. Maybe now after this video they'll go to you and say, "Hey, what do you think about that?" Come on. Come on. See, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun right now. King didn't have that fun. Malcolm X did. Malcolm X Jr. did. Having a lot of fun. Isn't it fun that we both hate each other? Like you hate me because of the color of my skin. I'm a spick rapper with a nigger name and I'm intelligent and I can communicate with you. I hate you because you're a pussy and you're a coward and you're a dork and you're a house Negro and you're a bigot and you're a racist and you live this life of pussy. Sometimes I wonder to myself, why in God's name, and I'm not too sure about this, why did certain people let black people in and Mexican people in and certain other people in? Because maybe it's just not working out. Let's just be honest here. Is it really working out? Should we just all be separated? Yeah, I heard you. No, Eric, we have people who look just like you, and who are you over here? Wow, you did not just say that. Here we go again. Those people are there to handle me. Those people are there because of affirmative action. Those people are there because you had no choice but to hire them by law. Can you honestly say any of those people are better than me? Really? That's interesting. Because all you have to do is go to operationchicago.com and everything is there to make your so called people's lives better. No, you got investigators working for you? Is that the word that we give for them? I'm an investigator. I'm a detective. How many times did we tell our friends and our family that? Why do you think they gave you that job title, son? For your insecurities. But hey, do you mind if I be your partner for a few minutes? See, maybe you're not like your slave owners. Maybe you're just a little bit different. Maybe you're not a bigot like the lawyers over there are. You and I both already know. I sweated blood trying to save your asses and your friends' asses, but your slave owners intervened and said no. You and I already both know, son. They don't care if you die. That's why they hate me, because I'm talking to you right now, explaining and exposing their scam. Your job is expendable. You're replaceable. You get shot in a so-called line of duty, they'll find a new motherfucker next month. See Malcolm X Jr. over here. I went through hell putting plans together so that doesn't happen. And I don't even like you like that. So are you a better so-called investigator than me? What you're telling me? Like that? That's what you're telling me. You're smarter than me. You can't even say that with a straight face. You know, from a spiritual point of view, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think I said this in one of my other YouTube videos, but I need to remind myself of this. Before any of this started, I just set myself up to have a house with a pool, get some girls, play some video games, make some music, and I was never going to come out because I don't want to deal with any of this. But Father told me I'm not getting off that easy. You're going to be with these people. And here we are. You know, in my high school, I didn't go through any of this. I didn't deal with insecure people. I didn't deal with people who gossip. I dealt with some just crazy people that I didn't even want to be around because they're real, real crazy. You think there's something wrong with me. They're real. There's something wrong with you. You just don't want to be around them. And I dealt with people who went to my high school and then they never came back. That was a system that was set up. I never dealt with insecurities, gossip, rumors. I never dealt with that. Now, later on, moving back to Chicago, dealing with state government, I'm in high school again. Gossip, rumors, little schoolgirls. Now I'm here. Every family has their issue. Okay. Now I'm here. I never wanted to be. I did my best to stay the fuck away from you people. Can you just say out loud, I'm a spick rapper with a nigger name and you don't like me? Can you say that? Look me in my eyes. I'll start it off. I think you're a house Negro. I think the only thing good about you is your color of your skin. I think you're insecure. I think you have a lot of daddy and mommy issues. I think you need and seek approval from everyone that you get. Now, how do you feel about me? You don't want to say it? It'll make you feel better. Make you feel a lot better. Try it. You're a spick rapper with a nigger name, Eric. We don't like that. That's fine. No, you don't want to say it? Okay, can you say this? Can you admit that I was at least treated like a spick rapper with a nigger name? Can you admit that? Can you admit no one walks in with $1 million bond and a lower class felony? Can you admit phone calls were being made? Can you admit in the history of Chicago, no one has had $1 million bond for a lower class felony and a threat? Can you admit that? You can't admit phone calls were being made. You can't admit any of that. You can't admit and say it's who they say I threatened. You can't admit that. You don't want to talk about the kid who walked to Lori Lightfoot's home with the gun and his bond was $5,000. You don't want to talk about that? I'm not a spick rapper with the nigger name. It has nothing to do with that, right? Why was I more of a threat than that guy who actually went to the home versus a guy who allegedly said he was going to a home? See, that's what's eating you up inside. You keep hiding it. You keep lying about it. You can't admit that I'm a spick rapper with the nigger name. You can't admit why this spick rapper with the nigger name was brought to DuPage County. You can't admit that. They brought Malcolm X Jr. to DuPage County in hopes that there wasn't people who looked like Malcolm X Jr. to DuPage. You just can't admit that. And then you swear up and down you're a better motherfucker than me? You're not having fun like me. You go. Last thing. I need a cigarette. Next time you have a family party, I want you to do me a favor, okay? Next time you have a family party, barbecue, grill, look around. Look at everybody. Why are they there? Who are they? Well, besides your family, who's clearly having a good life that you provided with our money, the rest of them are just there because they work with you and they don't have anywhere else to go, or they're trying to get something from you. Just take a look around next time you have that party. Me, when I go to a party, I don't even want to go, but when I do go, my circle loves me. The average person who thinks about me, freedom fighter, cool as fuck, entertains the shit out of me, has jokes, love his music, love his studio, love how he pisses off the state government, loves his movie, loves his film, loves his videos, just a leader, someone who doesn't give a fuck. We want him here. You, just a house Negro. You're just a peon. You could treat me like a spick rapper with a nigger name all you want to. But at the end of the night, we are both different people. You, you just go along with the broken system. You're just oil in a little big ass machine that's receiving a little $100,000. You're more than likely not even happy. You, you're not in charge. You can't even do a YouTube video back. They won't let you. Me, I'm a free bird. A spick rapper with the nigger fucking name Bird just flying around saying and doing what I want. Pissing off the state government so much because of my big lips and my communication skills that they'll never have in this lifetime.